Welcome
Aye,
back.
it would indeed. And much obliged for the business. Right then, militia drinks are paid for thanks to this lass. Sure a bit of thanks, I'd say.
You're a saint, darling. I hope you didn't pay more than a few coppers for this swill.
Hope you all drown in it. Something else I can get for you?
Okay. He's really getting on my
Fine.
nerves, but
Make them quick.
do I really care about any of this? Not really,
Why?
but
When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that
Of
makes
course.
me a coward, then I'm a coward.
yes, you're a coward.
Right then.
Yeah, there was no point in intimidating or asking any more questions because he's annoying me.
Not
Let's
looking
talk
for
about this
company.
guy instead.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You're nervous. Why?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here.
Of
And then I
course
got
he
stuck
was.
here when monsters from the castle attacked.
Sure. I want to say that's so bad.
Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to...
You
just
were
leave
told
me
to
alone.
what? What does my looks have to do with anything? I'm not trying to hit on you.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
How'd you know I was a Grey Warden?
I just, overheard
Uh-huh.
it, that's all.
Sure you
If
did.
you'll excuse me, I want to get to the Chantry before the sun goes down.
I bet you do.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for.
Okay.
They just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear. A tall fellow, I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
I remember when I was playing this as a noble, that pissed
Just to
me off
report any
because...
changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
Because Howe was the reason the noble's parents got
I
killed.
don't know anything about these creatures.
Was a traitor to them.
When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything.
Excellent.
Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I believe you. You're just that dumb.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Thank you. Okay. So we have more proof
As you
about
wish.
what we already knew. Oh, it was so humid today. Allergies are through the roof today, or this past week, really. All this rain, which causes a lot of humidity and fog. But I'm not complaining, though, because it could be worse. I mean, we're not getting flooding or
There's one
anything
thing
like
I
that.
do not understand, Alistair.
Just
Uh-oh.
the one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd
Ooh.
figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have... Yes, yes, very lovely. Let us soak in the vista before the massacre begins.
Ooh, I triggered her to say something else without finishing what she was saying. Oops. And I guess she's not going to go back. Nope. She's not
Greetings,
going
Grey
back.
Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
That plate looks so heavy. You imagine having to fight in that and wield a
As you wish,
sword?
and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
It's not. You'll survive. Or is he the one that dies? I don't think he's the one that
We have
dies.
sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I love this storyline because what he's asking is for God to say that they will make it through.
Nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. Ask me whatever you wish. You know about as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop, and I don't believe we will be enough.
I mean, the Maker.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, Arlessa Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
They really like the myth stuff, don't
The
they?
Earl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told. Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks. Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Yeah, that would suck.
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish. As you wish. Although we are far better equipped than Murdoch and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Yeah, very into religion.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Oh, and I did try that experiment where instead of saying, you know, God bless you, I said, may the Maker watch over you. Would you believe nobody caught the difference? They were like, oh, thank you, thank you. So now, of course, I'm doomed because I'll probably start saying that. After playing so much Dragon Age, I'll probably say, let the Maker watch over you.
Let's get started.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her. I'm curious what she's gonna say in this playthrough.
What is it you need, child?
Okay, here we go.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Yeah. And then it becomes that gray area of allowing them to think that she did.
I can pray with them and give them my blessing, but Sir Perth wants me to call upon the Maker to shield them from evil.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
See? And I can't blame her.
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
I don't like being dismissed. But our job is done there. We'll boost up morale.
Right.
I mean, it's easy to say, you know, what you would or would not do when you're not in that situation. I'm a fighter I don't like fighting people, but I'm not going to just give up, per se. Not to say that I wouldn't necessarily hide it out. Because they, you know, come out at night and go away during the day, so... In this particular situation... Actually, I'd just bounce, honestly. Because this is not a blight. Or a darkspawn situation. So you can outrun it. So, let's tell him.
Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Yeah, let's do this.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Yep.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Yeah.
I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Sure, ask the impossible.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
I mean, honestly, if she had the power to be able to save everybody, wouldn't she have the power to stop these things from invading in the first place? I mean, come on now. But then again, in desperate situations, people tend to request unrealistic things. Miracles. Not to say that miracles don't exist. Not even getting into that one. And with that, I will see you in the next video.